It's here, it's here, it's here. The only day of the year that I'm going to be excited about mowing grass. So first things first, I got to go up to the Fuel King and get some more tractor gas because what's in it is like 8 or 9 months old. And it'll run on it and it'll be okay, but I want to run it dry. And running it completely out of gas halfway through mowing and not having any more would be bad. So off we go. Well, deck's on it. All the greasy things are greased. Started off as a really awful day outside. It was just nothing but overcast and gross. And now it's just sunny and beautiful. It's been raining for like a week, so it's time to get it done if it will. It's just give it a cold start. First time this year. Open the gas. Because still gotta check that cylinder. So a half throttle, full choke. Hit the key. Just like that. No. That fan's gonna have to be moved back. And this thing's still lifting really funny. This left side's really low. So I didn't think I had a broken shear pin. Maybe I can see something. But anyway, let's start it up again. And I'm gonna double check this fan situation. And I'll show you guys what's up with the deck lift. This left side's like pretty much not lifting. Something's up. Some choke, I bet. So I'm going to be moving that fan some more, but here's what's up with the deck. See how high that side is off the ground? See, it's got 2 or 3 inches under it. That side's like 1, and that gets worse the more you lift. So I said I thought for sure I had a broken shear pin, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be moving that fan back some more, I guess, because it's really uncomfortably close. Got the fan situated, and that is as far up or out as the hydraulics go. Should be fine. They always were tight. And I'm pretty confident I actually do have a broken shear pin on this side. And I think I couldn't find it because when the pin broke, I think that arm it's on actually moved over. And it's kind of like bound up on the rock shaft now, just so you know. You can see it. That shaft that those arms and stuff go into is called a rock shaft, and they call it that because it rocks. When the cylinder goes, it rocks that shaft and picks the stuff up. But anyway, I'll show you what has led me to that conclusion. That link right there is hard up against the frame, and it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't run into the frame, so I think that arm is moved toward us. For today, not going to worry about it because we got to get to mowing, and it'll just cut weird today. But in the future, yeah, need to probably replace that shear pin. Looked fine, guess it wasn't. And that's how far we made it before it quit. First one of the season is always fun. No directional control. Want to slow down and don't have forward or reverse anymore. No clue. Something must have come unhooked, I guess. Find out. First of all, I'm super happy this thing fits back in its hidey hole with the deck on it. I was really worried it wouldn't fit, and it just barely squeaks past the Ford, which shall not be named, which has about a foot that it can roll back, and I think I'll do that because I will eventually drive into this thing, putting it away, and it's kind of a hassle to get in and out. But anyway, let's talk about what happened. Sorry guys, I didn't have time to bring you along. It was time to just get work done. This is one of those things that really cheeses me off because I was just here last year. Down there on that guy, there's a circlip. It's got a little bit of yellow on it, and that holds the directional control on the thing. And that circlip somehow fell off. Lucky for me, it fell straight down onto the deck, so it didn't just get lost. Oh, hey, neat. That's something I went to notice. The top of the hydraulic pump is wet. So I think maybe we have a line leak up here. Huh. Sorry for the side project there, guys, but maybe what I thought was leaking before wasn't. Or maybe it's these top release valves. They're known to start leaking. I don't know. I'm going to have to clean that up and take a better look before I mow again. Anyway, that circlip pisses me off because the holes in it, you know, those holes are so flippin' small. I actually broke down and just got mad and bought this really nice, very expensive set of Kinepex pliers, circlip pliers, and even the smallest ones, these guys here, don't really fit the circlip that's on the thing. It's got like microscopic holes in it. I actually tried to drill them out so I could get the thing back on. So I don't know why the thing fell off. I mowed 8 or 10 times with it last year like that, and it was fine. So anyway, so I guess that circlip got tired, or you know, all the fighting I did with it last year to try and get the thing back on with both these and different tools maybe wore it out. Don't know. So I will probably order a circlip assortment, stainless steel of course, and we'll put a new one on it before we go back out. What's really scary about all that is that whole linkage down there also controls the brakes. So when that comes apart, you don't have any way to put the hydrostat, because that's, you know, the directional control for the hydrostat. You don't have any way to put the hydrostat in any direction, so if it falls apart full speed, you're just cooked. And then you can see, my foot on the brake, you can see the hydrostat returns, the brake lever. Do it again. The brake lever is the one to your left. So when, oh look, the circlip just fell off. Great. So anyway, you can see that if that whole thing falls apart, you don't have any directional control and you don't have any way to put the hydrostat in neutral. And this thing does have like dual rear disc brakes, but they're not very good. So when that happens, you're screwed. And interestingly, when it happened before, I put my foot on the brake and the circlip fell off. I just mowed with this thing for like 2 hours and the circlip stayed on. So anyway, what I need to do now is push that thing back through the hole, because that was actually the hardest part of the whole thing. But otherwise, she did pretty much as expected, except I was hoping to have that leak fixed, but now I know that leak is up higher. What I really hope it isn't is last year I had to helicoil and drill one of those guys, that one right there. I had to helicoil and drill that, and boy, I hope I didn't drill that too deep and now it's pouring out of there, but I don't think so. It looks way higher. It looks like it's one of these lines. So maybe they just need tightened up. Said we'll clean it up before she goes out again and we'll find out. But I'm getting real tired of hydraulic oil everywhere. Good news is the rear end is way cooler today than it had been. So I don't know if it was just the fluid I had in it, and I'll probably make a different video about that because it's a highly contested issue in the Cub Cadet community. And, you know, maybe it kind of should be based on my results. Anyway, the rear end isn't like burn my hand hot now, but it's also like 60 degrees outside. That didn't really seem to matter in the fall when it got cooler, but I don't know. So this thing just refuses to cooperate still. What's going on with it now is with the brake set, there appears to be like enough slack in this linkage that this plate, so I can do it without blocking the light, this plate can like jump off of that pin. Let me show you maybe from the top down. Yeah, that pin. There's enough slack in this thing that right now I can't do it, but it happened to me the other day while I was mowing. This thing jumped out of there. So what I'm going to do is this plate, that plate is connected to, or bolts on with the guy with the C-clip that we've been having problems with falling off. That clip hasn't fallen off, but now the brake's released. Maybe it's easier. Yeah, it's a lot easier to see now that there's no tension on it. You can see how much that thing is moving around. So what I'm going to do is pop that C-clip off and see if I can get a washer behind it to kind of tighten this stuff up. You know, I mentioned a bunch of times this tractor is 45 years old, so stuff just gets worn out, and that's one of those places. What should probably be done is a long-term fix, is to pop that guy off, take the bracket out, and ream that hole and put a bushing in it. That bracket, the black one or black and red one there, actually I had to replace last year, and it may be more wallowed out than the previous one that was on it that I had to replace for a different reason. So anyway, I hesitate to say that it'll be fixed after this because it's let me down, I guess, twice this year. Really makes me mad as I just put the tunnel cover back on the thing. So anyway, I'll get that done and we'll see how it goes. Boy, I sure didn't want that washer to be any thicker to be able to get that snap ring back in. But she's nice and tightened up now. So let's hope it, oh geez, that's half my problem. So I got a bunch of slack at the pump too. But I don't think it's gonna jump out of there again on us, at least through this year. We'll have to maybe look at it a little more some other time, but there you go, guys. The fun never stops. See you later. Or wait, on this one, I hope I don't see you later. But thanks for watching.